Hey everybody, today I'm going to be talking about what I'd like to see with the new Wurt update whenever that may happen, and also just some recommendations maybe for the Wurt Skill Tree. Disclaimer, these are all just ideas and thoughts that I've had about Wurt. Most of them are mainly updates that I would like to see happen to Wurt. Yes, I'm going to be talking about that pig mask that I talk about all the time, but maybe just some ideas for things that we might be able to see on the skill tree whenever Wurt does obtain the skill tree. All right, here are some of my skill tree and just general recommendations for Wurt updates. Number one, an increased area for getting friends. So I just got these two, but there was one still really close nearby. I think with the skill tree, it'd be really nice if they had a way for you to increase maybe even all the merms that are on the screen. Might be a little too much, but just an increased size I feel is going to be one of the things that's going to happen as an addition. I'd also like to see Wurt be able to swim in the shallows. We know from the plank that we can abandon ship. We always come back to the surface. We're a little wet. We still have everything. It would be really neat if that was one of the abilities that Wurt could do, to where you could actually just swim in the shallows. And I'm talking the light water, the extremely light water, and maybe even set it up a little different from the way that we had it in Shipwreck, because I don't want to necessarily be able to run from island to like Lunar Island. That'd be great, but maybe those little shallow spots like in between here, in between some of the maybe larger areas, without having to build a whole bunch of boats. Giving the Merm King cooked food, I'd like to maybe see an increase in length of time that you get your buffs. That's interesting. Another thing that they could change is also allow you to give trinkets. I'd like to see improved food given to the Merm King, maybe extend the amount of time or even increase your buffs just slightly. Maybe better cooked food or cooked food will last longer than non-cooked or raw food. Maybe having the ability to upgrade your Merm forts or your Merm huts to have at least two merms come out when one is attacked, similar to the shacks. When one merm is attacked, three friends will come out. When feeding the Merm King maybe 200% of his food intake needed, maybe you'll get or summon 4 of the Merm Bodyguards for a short period of time, similar to the pig coin you win from the pig game. In one of the recent updates, we've seen some of the food change when making certain recipes. Typically, eggs was something that Wurt wouldn't use, as you could really only use it as a filler. I would use up to 2 eggs in some dishes to make items. What ends up happening now is you actually get omelets, which unfortunately Wurt can't eat. It'd be really nice to see vegetarian Wurt, not vegan, be able to eat some of these new omelet dishes, or even some of the dishes that you use leafy meat for. Upgrading what the Merm King pays out, or even changing some of these. Gold is still a difficult thing for Wurt, being unable to trade to the Pig King and still obtaining a lot of trinkets. Even if we removed just the trinkets, that would help significantly in the gold. Would be a nice addition or change. Books are fantastic. An update I would like to see is maybe having Wurt do more than just be able to read the books, but maybe actually even utilize what the book is used for, but at a very, very small scale. So like on tentacles, maybe being able to spawn one tentacle or even a baby tentacle would be kind of neat. If you agree with any of my recommendations, leave a comment below. Let me know what you think. Some of the other things that I think Wurt could just benefit from for changing: the vegetarian. Really make it so that you can eat the eggs and omelets. I know I just spoke about that, but make it so that we can make things like the veggie burger and actually eat it. Freezing rain shouldn't slow you down or in the swamp, but maybe make you even faster on regular turf. If slightly wet, make it so when running on regular turf, you would be going as quickly as you would go within the swamp. This would make water balloons more a useful tool or weapon itself to help increase the speed across typical land or even just in the swamp as a speed boost. Merm patrols, I know that I would like to get some sort of equipment, but being able to actually take my merms and say, hey, I'd like to send you out. Will you go pick up all these for me? Will you go kill in this area for me? Setting them up on patrols. Give them jobs. Gosh, if the monster characters only had something to get by pigs, what could it be? Oh, look at this mask. Oh, how convenient. This is the pig mask. Wurt needs a pig mask. I am totally okay with the pig mask even being something that does degrade over time, using a couple of pig butts, maybe a piece of rope. As it goes down, give me the ability to refill it. Maybe have me refill it with poop, because pigs are smelly. Just makes sense to me. Currently, the Merm mask takes 1 fish, 1 reed, and 2 sticks. I think it'd be really nice to be able to change the clever disguise to where you had the ability to refill it with fish, similar to how I said in a previous comment, having the pig mask be refilled utilizing poop. Seems like every character is getting a new station that they can either build from or utilize as their space. I think if Wurt got an actual station to where you can build items or build blueprints of items, build your special glasses, maybe make a pig mask or fish mask holder to stay fresh, something I keep near the swamp entrance, that would be cool. The last one I have is kind of a weird one, but I think it'd be really nice if Wurt had like a dart gun or a spike ball and chain, a new range weapon like a dart gun. Could cost 2 tentacle spots. You could use bee stingers as ammo, maybe a McTusk so that you can't get it right away, but just something that would offer you a range attack weapon. Also, maybe make a quiver or something so you could hold more bee stingers in a larger stack. The spike ball and chain could be similar to a clock whip. This maybe would require some items or things from the ruins to maybe make the blueprint downstairs to make it harder for you to get, but something that would allow a range attack. Doesn't need to be nearly as strong, but something similar that you could utilize some of the swamp items for. What changes would you agree with? What changes do you feel Wurt needs? Let me know in the comments below, and hopefully we see some of these in the near future. But like I said, these are all just guesses and estimates for me.